Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a very beautiful poem written by a very renowned poet of American origin, Robert Frost. Robert Frost is also known as the poet of nature and romantic poet of American origin. Now he has written this poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. This poem was although written in 1922, but finally this poem was published in 1923 only. Robert Frost took birth in 1874 and he died in 1963 only. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening was written by American poet Robert Frost in 1922, although finally this poem was published in 1923 only. Now this poem was published as a part of his collection New Hampshire. This poem is told from a perspective of a traveler who stops to watch the snowfall in the forest, and in doing so he reflects on both nature and society. It is said that Robert Frost has written this poem in one sitting. The poem is written in iambic tetrameter in the Rubaiyat stanzas created by Edward Fitzgerald. And the rhyme scheme of this poem is AABA, BBCB, CCDC, DDDD. Stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Whose woods these are, I think I know. Now the traveler is perhaps going to his destination. His destination might be a village nearby. Now while he was going, all of a sudden there was a snowfall. Now when the snowfall was going on, the attention of the traveler was attracted towards the woods. Woods means forest. And after that, the traveler started reflecting upon many things, including nature and society. The speaker is traveler on. The speaker or the traveler says, whose woods these are, I think I know. The traveler says that perhaps the owner of this forest is known to him. His house is in the village though. Now the owner of this forest first of all is known to the traveler, and perhaps the traveler also knew where the house is, where the house of this owner is. He will not see me stopping here. The traveler is pretty sure that since the owner is in his house and since the village is far away from this particular place, therefore the owner will never come to know about the presence of the traveler here in the nearby area of the forest to watch his woods fill up with snow. Now the traveler or the speaker is trying to make us understand that perhaps he was attracted towards, he was fascinated towards the scenic beauty of the forest, because the forest under the heavy snowfall was looking very attractive, and the traveler was in a way beholding the forest with a sense of reverence. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Now, here the traveler is reflecting upon what is going on in the mind of the horse. Since the traveler was riding a wagon horse, he was sitting in the wagon and the wagon was pulled by the horse. So, when he stopped nearby that wood, he is reflecting upon what the horse might be thinking about. He said that perhaps my little horse must think in it queer, queer means strange, to stop without a farmhouse near. Now, usually people like the traveler used to stay in farmhouses because in farmhouses the horses are fed Now, since there is no farmhouses nearby, so the traveler is contemplating, is reflecting what might be going on in the mind of the horse. My little horse must think it queer, strange, or the horse must be perplexed to stop without a farmhouse near. Means why my master stopped here, nearby the wood, nearby the forest, because there is no farmhouse nearby. Between the woods and the frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. Now, since the lake has been frozen, the environment is very adverse, the snowfall is going on, and nearby there is no farmhouse or any village. Now, the horse might be thinking about as to what made his master stop besides this wood or this forest. Now, Robert Frost going on a wagon horse nearby the wood. He gives his harness bill a shake to ask if there is some mistake. Now the horse is trying to inform or intimate the traveler what is the matter, why he stopped here, whether stopping here is a mistake, whether they should move forward or what is the matter. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. Now, the author, or in fact the speaker, says that apart from the sound of the harness bell, the other sounds which is coming is the sound of the wind and falling snowflakes. Now, except the sound of the wind and falling snowflakes, there is no other sound audible. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Now, these are very philosophic lines, and perhaps these lines were very close to the mind and heart of Jawaharlal Nehru ji. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. The traveler says that the beauty of these woods are marvelous. Means they are enchanting, they are alluring, they are enticing. Now the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. Now every person have certain promises, certain obligations, certain duties, certain works, certain engagements, certain tasks in their life. Though distractions are there, though attractions are there, though deviations are there, but at the end of the day, we have to take care of our obligations and our duties. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Although the scenic beauty of nature, although the bountiful nature of nature keeps on attracting us, but since we are human beings, since we have to shoulder certain obligations, since we have certain engagements, since we have certain commitments in our life, therefore we are torn between nature and obligations. But at the end of the day, we cannot overlook our obligations, our engagements, our duties, our tasks, our works. And this is the pity of human nature. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this beautiful video.